You're listening to KX at One Laguna, smart talk in downtown Laguna Beach, California, on onelaguna.com and KX935.com.
This is Rayanne Thorn. Thanks for joining us today here on KX at One Laguna. Very excited about our show today. I actually have an in-studio guest, David Makala. Many of you around town may be familiar with him and the work that he's doing these days with visual living. If you are unfamiliar, you need to check it out. Please visit visualliving.com. And Visual Living 365, I was lucky enough to be profiled this last week by David. Beautiful picture. Thank you, David. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, great to be here.
This is Rayanne. My guest today is David Makala. We've been talking about legacy, about your path, about business today, and the differences in the last 10 to 15, 20, 30, 40 years. Everything has changed so much. It is no longer Mad Men, to be sure. All right. What do you think the biggest mistake is that people our age that are looking at retirement in the next 15 to 20 years? What's the biggest mistake that they're making when they consider the definition and the refining of their life?
Don't let your life get ahead of you. Slow down, press the pause button, reflect, review, get away, and just spend some time, assessing where am I in my life.
Well, we get so caught up in the rat race, right? Of going, and making sure that we keep up with everybody else, keeping up with the Joe. How important is it to be flexible and agile in business today?
Probably more so than ever, right? With technology changing so rapidly, and new ideas, and even the shift of the corporate structure of profitability and performance to creativity to work-life balance. Right. All these things that our generation would think we're crazy to be thinking about those things. So I think we live in a day and a time where we need to be very flexible, extremely flexible. And you probably have seen this too. There's more companies that are allowing their team to work remotely.
So let's talk a bit about these workforce generations and how are they different? So you and I, who are part of Now Gen and Next Gen, what's the difference between these two generations?
Well, having younger children, I love the fact that I can connect with Taylor's generation, that 13-year-old.
Right.
So to be able to know that if I pick up the phone and call her, probably she's not going to pick up the phone and answer it. So I better don't even think about leaving a voicemail, right? Because she's not going to listen to it. So text her,
Right.
And if I text her, she'll be right there. If I call, she won't pick up the phone. So, and I'm learning that because I'm the type of person that I like to talk on the phone. And I know some people don't like it, but if I want to have a conversation, I want to have a live voice. So I'm learning that that's not always the case. And even with our generation, there's some people even in our age group that will either like to text or even like email. So what I've learned is this. Ask what is your preferred method for communicating.
Right.
That's the best way, because I don't want to impose my communication style upon you. Because I can adapt. I can do all of it. Whatever's going to work.
See, that's being Now Gen.
Okay, there you
that's
go.
Now Gen.
So adaptability, right? Flexibility. So it's not about me. It's about me, you and I being able to connect and have a relationship, and whatever it takes to do that, I'm gonna do it. Why wouldn't I do that, right?
Do you think that there's a difference in how we value work life between Next Gen and Now Gen?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, our generation, at least from my experience, has been more productivity, more results based. Younger generation is more experiential. Like my son.
That's true.
It's the cafe life, Dad. Let's experience the cafe life. We'll get to work later, but let's have an experience, right? So
I can't. After 5 minutes of experience, I got to move on.
Yeah.
I got to produce something.
Yes.
Something's got to happen here. So thanks for joining us today. My special in-studio guest is David Makala with Visual Living, Laguna Beach Lifestylez, and Visual Living 365. We're going to get back to talk a little bit more about that. But first, what do you think it is that really makes people happy?
Well, we talked about it earlier, purpose, right? Significance, meaning, doing something, no matter what it is, wake it up in the morning, having something to do, something that has meaning.
Absolutely. That whole having purpose, a meaningful life. I think, you hear about people who are, you probably see them too, that walk with purpose. That's because they know their direction. They know where they're going, right? Anything else?
Yeah, I think you just hit on it, is moving in a direction, right? I mean, it may not be the right direction, but if you're moving towards something, you're going to, if your eyes are open, you've got people around you, you're going to find that you're finding that sense of accomplishment, or that sense of achievement, that sense of fulfillment.
Right.
But part of that, and let me just add this, because I think it's important, something that in my life was missing, is having somebody that's walking with you, someone, whether it's a partner, a spouse, a friend, somebody that's there to, give you a hand up, a lift up, or someone to say, hey, you might not want to turn left here, maybe you turn right here. Or if you're in a ditch, I've been in a ditch before,
and
someone
you need
to pull me
somebody
out of the
to
ditch.
help you out of it. That's so true. It's very valuable to have a partner or a support system of some kind, whether it's your family, friends, employees, employer, colleagues. It's really important in our lives to have that support system and know that we are not alone. And truly we aren't. Sometimes it's going to require us to reach out and say, hey, I need a friend.
Happiness is the truth, because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is. Hey, clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
How do you not be happy when you hear that song? It has been an absolute pleasure to have you here in the studio. Thanks so much.
Thank you. What a pleasure.
And we'll have you back, definitely.
Love it.
Thanks for tuning in. It has been a great day. I am tapping out.